Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day and looking absolutely charming in doing so. I'm kind of, not really put together well today, ladies and gentlemen, but a lot of stuff's been going on lately. I've not done a video since Monday, and I thought, by golly, my loungers are going to be worried. And then I thought, by golly, they probably aren't going to be worried. But anyhow, take note who's behind me and what isn't behind me. One of these things is not like the other. No, that's not how that goes. The flag is not there right now because the repairs have begun, ladies and gentlemen, with the porch roof and some other things around here. So everything is somewhat of a disaster, except look who's back, and look at that beautiful work on her undercarriage, so to speak. I don't even know what it's called, but look, Edna has black running underneath her. Isn't that fabulous? So she was returned today. The other side is not like that. He said that'll unfold next year. I'm going to report everything that's going on here in just a sec. I must pause and fix my hair. There's no hope for it, ladies and gentlemen, so I just threw it under a hat. You see, I was supposed to get it cut Wednesday, but something happened that prevented me from doing so. Here's the major thing that's been unfolding for this whole week. On Monday, which was the day I think I made a video, so this hadn't happened yet. I was innocently here. Did I make a video Monday? And if I did I mention this, that Zoe got injured? Doesn't matter. Zoe got injured is the bottom line. It happened on Monday. You know the perch? I'm pointing to it like you can see. You know how when I do my, live gigs, there's a cat perch beside me. You can't really see it on the live gigs, but, some people who have looked at videos of the cats laying there or whatever. Mars, the orca whale, and Zoe were both lounging up there, and I was on my way to Al's Melons to purchase some heads of cabbage so we could do coleslaw, because, I remember saying that I was going to go down there because we had, clumps of cabbage. It wasn't really even a head of cabbage, you know what I mean? They didn't do super well this year, is my point, ladies and gentlemen. So I was going to Al's Melons to get those when suddenly I heard Zoe screaming, which she does on occasion, but this was sort of a different scream. So I went into the house only to discover that her claw got stuck and she was hanging there. It seems like I might have talked about this in another video, but at that point she was not showing signs of being injured, so I'm just going to continue along. Mars didn't get up. If Mars would have gotten up, it would have allowed Zoe to just at least fall to the ground or something. But instead, she was suspended, hanging there, with her right leg hanging on, and I had to whip her up there, and I cut the material away and all this jazz. Took her over to Mother's immediately. We clipped her nails. Mother held her. There was no sign of anything strange, except Mother mentioned at one point that Zoe looked like she was having a little bit of trouble going up the step that goes into the kitchen from the pad, which is what we call the family room over there. So, didn't think much of it. Life goes on. Everything's okay. She followed me back and forth to Mother's repeatedly that day because I had to use my mom's oven to do spaghetti squash and my oven at the same time. So, spaghetti squash has all been done. It's frozen, blah, blah, blah. So, let me gather my thoughts and get a drink of coffee. In the middle of the night, she yelled a few times. I didn't hear, but Perpetual did, but we didn't think much of it because she wants to go out all the time. We're not going to let her out at night. So we more or less ignored it until 6 in the morning whenever I heard her, and so I let her out. And she came out, I think, in a fairly normal way. I didn't really examine her. I was half asleep myself. 7 o'clock rolls around, I get out of bed officially. I come out to pick the cat up and bring her in for her breakfast, and she screamed wildly and hissed. But Bernard was sitting there, so I still wasn't putting 2 and 2 together that the cat was in pain. Do you know what I mean? I thought maybe she was irritated with Bernard over something. So I brought her in, and then I told Joel I think that Zoe might be injured, and she wasn't fully showing signs yet either, she was still able to walk, but a little bit of limping. And bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, Zoe's injured. And it's probably a pulled muscle. There's nothing broken or anything like that because the cat has been able to, that day walk around and do this, that, and the other thing. And she's, she holds it a certain way and kind of hops, and she will put a little pressure on it now and kind of gimp along. So that was a full-time job Tuesday. I didn't even work at my job Tuesday. I really had to kind of dedicate it to the cat. Seeing to her every need, like I would carry her to the litter pan and all this jazz and blah, blah, blah. She's really sweet about it. When we figure a way to get her that doesn't injure the right, as Joel calls it, the right arm, ladies and gentlemen, but of course it's the right front leg. Cats don't have arms, I'm sorry. I've been trying to explain this to him for years, but it doesn't really, catch on. So, finally, in the last day, she started to show an improvement where she doesn't scream as much when you touch her or move it or do whatever. She's able to lie down. That was the thing, ladies and gentlemen. She couldn't get comfortable, and she'd sort of fall asleep, like, just keel over, like not really wanting to lie down. Then when she did get comfortable in one of the beds that we have on the floor for her, Mars wants to be with her 24/7. So Fat Mars is crawling in there with her, and Zoe's like half in the bed, half out. It's too much for radio, not enough for television. So Zoe has been injured. As you know, my back has been in disarray. I'm sure nothing like a back that's in disarray. It has not been right. Today's the first day that it's felt pretty good. So I could be kind of turning that corner myself. And it's just been, not a super good week mentally speaking, as tomorrow would be Austin's 26th birthday. And that is definitely in the back of all of our minds. So I'm actually going to continue with my judging the chili cook-off duties that I do annually at the Valley Inn. And I will be heading up there at 4:30. I kind of, toyed with the idea of not and all this jazz. And I'm going to do it. I mean, Tammy, the owner, and Henry, they both know what the situation is. So if I get, burst into tears or feel I can't do it, then I won't do it. One of my last memories with Austin is he went in there with us on St. Patrick's Day. But I have been back since just to pick up a to-go order. That took a long time, too. But then, of course, we saw him on Joel's birthday. That was the last time I saw him, which would have been 2 weeks after March 30th. One moment again. Okay, so anyhow, so that's the story there. I am going to do that tomorrow, as I've done for many years. I'm doing it. Plus, Joel was invited to an open house of a place that Austin worked with him on. This place. It's huge. I think it's lakefront. Yeah, it is. And the people really want him to come, but he's not sure he's going to be able to do that. I don't blame him. So it's one of those deals where we're playing it by ear, and we're going to see what happens tomorrow. So I have to kind of be ready to maybe leap out and go with him, which brings me to this. I just now finished the game. It is happening on Sunday. Unless something ridiculous unfolds, which you never know around here. But we are celebrating F417H on Sunday at 12:30, unless otherwise specified. But right now, everything's ready to go. Not everything's ready to go. I haven't set up the lounge and done, a few things I normally do. But I just finished the questions and the card. So that's that. Work galore is happening here to satisfy the insurance company. My sister owns the house, and these insurance companies now want you to have a pristine house before they will put insurance on it. And the house is not pristine, ladies and gentlemen. It's, old, quite frankly. So all kinds of jazz has been unfolding. Good news is that we have some new cement over here, and it has paw prints in it here. I will try to show you. And excuse the canning goods. And here, look at Bernard. Isn't he sweet? And there's paw prints. One of those is his, but they're mainly Mars. I put Mars out because she's driving everybody crazy trying to eat their food. And she ran through here and then got stuck behind the steps and had to back out. I'm not making this up. What else can I tell you? I think that's it. Let me take you over and really show you Edna in an appropriate manner. I don't really know how appropriate it'll be. I can't flip the phone around, but let me just show you this side compared to the other. She got a lot of work done, ladies and gentlemen. It actually was pretty costly, but I always figure it's better than a car payment or getting a new vehicle like Edna that would accommodate my camping needs. This never was black before. I'll show you. Hang on. Come along with me and see it. Okay, so this was what, it used to be, but it was really bad on the other side. So he said that next year they will do that one. Her tires, she's been cleaned. Her tires are beautiful. Look at that. I'm just so excited about it. I have no idea what I just showed you, of course. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I just basically, Zoe has been injured, and I've been taking care of her, bigly, as they say. So, and I just haven't really felt like doing a video, and there's too much going on, and I was really easily brought to tears the other day. Yesterday morning, burst into tears. I got with Judith M. Villeneuve, Maine, and she talked me down, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't sound right. What I mean is she talked me up, I guess would be a better way to put it. She cheered me up and just let me vent because, this canning and doing the last-minute vegetable stuff is driving me to drink. I'm sick of it. I want it to be done. I want it to be over. Please make it stop, ladies and gentlemen. Make it stop. Okay. Oh, wait. There's one other thing. Oh, my God. This is one of the main reasons I'm doing the video. I got this in the mail, and I'm wondering, I didn't know what this was. I didn't order anything. So I get this in the mail, right? And I opened it up only to see... Ooh... This is kind of a long video to make up for my lack of not being here. This is Vibrant No Fade Colors, Weather and UV Resistant. Dan Morris, Indoor, Outdoor Use. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely? And here's a little message. Gift message. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for everything. You are such a lovely person. Well, she doesn't know me that well. Love you. Baby Cakes. Baby Cakes. Our Baby Cakes from the lounge. Tried desperately to find her email, which she has emailed. I don't know why I can't find it. So, I'm doing a video. I would have done one anyway, but, yep, this is from Baby Cakes. Got it today. Actually, I hope you're watching this, Baby Cakes. It's been in for a couple of days, because, now we can go get the mail at midnight if we want. I don't know if I talked to you about that. I think I did. But I went and got the mail after a meeting the other night, but they're not full service at the time I went in, so I had one of those yellow slips, so I had to get on today. And I got this from Baby Cakes, our dear sweet Baby Cakes, and that was such a lovely thing for her to say. I'm going to save that sticker forever and a day. So, all right, I think I'm done. I will be judging the chili cook-off tomorrow at 4:30. Maybe I should take the phone and do a little video. Maybe that's what I'll do, ladies and gents. Okay. Over and out, really. This is crazy. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging, while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. And you can also check with Bernard, who I hope is in there. Bye-bye now.